Swami Vishnu-devananda interviews a very young girl in India about karma and reincarnation and goes to see her family. Hariom Tat Sat.
I interviewed a girl, she was only 3.5 years. Uh, Her name is Mridula, she's from India. Uh, I interviewed with this girl. She remembered her past life when she was 2.5 years. She could tell that I want to see my old parents. And this real story and many investigations done afterwards about this girl. And somewhere I published her story. And just to cut short the story, it happened that suddenly she was telling, I want to see her. She started mentioning her old parents, and she started imagining, I got my home, I got my tiger, I want to see my pet tiger, I want my pet elephant, and so on. All this type of nonsense she started talking. And the present parent thought she is sick. So they tried to just ignore the whole thing, but as she started, every day she started, I want to go and see my parents, I want to see my pet dog, my tiger. And they are actually living Dehradun, not far away. This present girl was living about 90 miles from Rishikesh. And so this father died, present father died, she was only the mother. And she is 3.5 years when she came to ashram. And so I asked several questions. And then she actually not only told her parents' name, and she even mentioned that where the house is and addresses and so on. And I'll tell you why this is a subject which I'm going now. Anyhow, as we mentioned, I just touched it very fast. So this investigation led to this house, and she recognized the house first, and not only recognized and they said this house is changed. That this wasn't there, the gate was changed, that is true, and they had stood shed because her old parents were very rich people, and so she mentioned about how the tigers and elephants' name, and then so she saw the younger sister from the past lives, and she's the house. Then she started addressing us as a baby sister, you see. And how are you, my baby sister? And she is only 3.5 years, and her elder sister is about 16 or 18 years old, you see. And she is calling us younger sister, and recognized the father, and many incidents she mentioned. And some of the incidents she mentioned is about her experience she was studying in for MA in Bombay in final exam, and she had cancer of the tongue. And she mentioned the hospital, the doctor's name, the nurse's name where she was admitted, and everything detailed about the hospital experience. And then she died of tongue cancer. And then she was reborn within 1 year. Most of the death people who are able to remember these things are born within 1 year of their death. That generally never happens. And I will come by this later on. But no, this much to remember. But one of the important things I asked, for these questions are all analyzed scientifically and found they're all true. But one thing when I started interviewing this girl, I asked a question to this girl. Remember, she's only 3.5 years old. I'm asking a question, a philosophical question, maybe a question which no one ever asked to a child like that. I asked her, okay, you died in the hospital, Bombay. Can you explain before you born and before you again born and after death, and it's only a year and a half or 2 years I think between this happened. Could you describe about the experience? Do you think anything you remember between your birth and the death and the birth? I had a real beautiful answer I never expected from this girl. She said, Swamiji, it is so beautiful there, I don't want to come. It is so nice there. I asked her, did you eat there? Did you felt hunger? No, but if you think I want food, I think automatic food comes there. as you think that everything happens, Swamiji, you can, and how do you talk, which language? We don't talk, we just talk mentally like that. She cannot understand telepathy, you know. She said, we just talk like this. We just connect, we can connect each other. At 3.5 years, girl start like that. Then I said, did you wear any clothes there? And yes, we did. How? Where did you get it? Where did you go and buy it? No, we don't have to buy. We think there is a cloth. It comes to you. It's just there in your body all the time, whichever the way you want it. You can dress any way you want. Just think that the way you dress there. And then finally she said, and when you left there to come to the physical, how did you feel? No, I don't want to come, you know. It was so nice there. It was so wonderful there. And I felt I should not come. And I should stay there. But anyhow, I know that force pulled me down. And that's the time she said she was born. And this astral experience of a girl of 3.5 years old, still a vivid memory in her experience. I can understand the previous experience talking, but this way, of course, I can't prove what she experienced, but her explanation is, just you put yourself intellectually. Intellectually she explained, intellectually you yourself, this answer can be right or wrong from her point of experience. Is she really giving her personal experience? Pardon? Causal body, astral body. That's thought world. What did I say yesterday? The astral world is thought world or just real world? It is thought world. What happens, it happens there. According to your thought, that if you think that you are in heaven, seventh heaven, you feel you are in seventh heaven. There is no seventh heaven or eighth heaven. Sure, everyone has got desire there, because the desires are not, if there is no desire, you won't be there in the astral world at all. Yeah, because that's more peaceful naturally. Yeah, there's no pain, no heat, no cold, nothing. So it is a pleasant state. Sometimes you get a pleasant, deep, pleasant, beautiful experience of a dream you are having. And in the middle of the dream, someone wakes you up. How do you feel? Okay, at present, if you are, pardon? Not it wants, the desire again, the karma will force you, whether you want it or not, your karma will bring you down. It is not you want it or I want it. In fact, I never wanted to come and become a yoga teacher and teach yoga. I'd be quite happy before I was born. I think so. But why should I come and then I had to find money and teach yoga and then all these things? Oh, what a horrible thing. And I was quite happy if I wasn't born. Really, if you ask me. But I had no choice, I had to come. Okay, and work my karma too. Okay. Sages and saints also work and come and work. So the idea again, this girl, this is only one of the cases. Hundreds of cases investigated. In America, there are doctors now investigating, and not only this happened in India. Every part of the world there are incidents happening. In Canada, there was an article in one of the very national magazine about a Catholic couple. There were two young kids. They were walking, the parents are going with the two daughters to the church. So the girls must be about 3 and 4, there must be 4 and 5 old, that's all. And as they were going to the church, just about to front of the church or nearby, both the girls bolted across the road. Simultaneously a car came and struck both the girls, was crushed, and instantly they both died. This is a Catholic couple story published in the national magazine in Canada. I'm not talking about Indian children. And could naturally can understand the suffering both parents went. But the father on the same night said to wife, I don't know my children are dead. I can't believe they are dead. I think they are coming back to us. I feel they're talking to me. They said they are going to come back to us. It's just an interruption, temporary interruption. They said really they are going to come back. Anyhow, wife thought just husband is just doing some blah blah blah. And after some couple of months, I think, the wife became again conceived, and she gave birth to twins, and both. And during the time of the husband was, my children are coming back. They are coming back. I know that both of them are coming back. And it really happened. It was a twin, and both of them grew up in the twins. And the story goes on. And ending has come out the story is, when these children grew up, the present twins grew up, they went into the attic, and there was the old box of their previous life, and there were dolls they used to play, and they named the dolls. Each child went and took their particular doll. Hey, do you remember, this is my doll? And they each named it, and parents who had overheard this whole story, they could never believe, because no one knows the name of the doll except the children. Of course, parents heard about it to talk about. They identify the dolls exactly which is there, and they were happy to play back again the same type of game they used to play. And then then even they started talking without their parents. They were, do you remember that when the car came and struck us on that day? And they were talking even that experience of striking and then dying. And then the father, the conclusion of the article, father says, I'm a Catholic, I never believe in reincarnation. I never believed, but I cannot just now, because I know whether there's reincarnation or not. I'm not at all worried about my death of my past children, because they are with me now. And I know that, and I feel it, and they talk, and I had several proofs that they talk like my old children, and they identify some of their things, and they even remember their old names and all the experience I overheard, and I can never believe anything other than that my children has come back. Some of the things which we'll discuss more later on. Okay.